Hey guys, I'm Ricky, and in this video we have a live FBA Navigator webinar, and this is all about Actorio. So we've got Ari, one of the founders from Actorio, and he's going to be going over all of the different assets and benefits of using Actorio. We've got a special offer for you as well, so make sure you check out the link down below in the description. So let's get right to it. Let's jump into the webinar. Okay guys, so yeah, welcome everyone along, and especially welcome to Ari for taking the time to come along and share his software. So we're going to be going over Actorio tonight. So, definitely get all your questions in the chat and we'll get those answered. And yeah, so thanks for coming along, everybody. So really, Ari, I want to know really, I don't know the story of Actorio, why it started, the origin story. So, please give us a little, a talk about that. Why did it start? What were you doing that, were you selling before? Let us know.
Okay, so actually, it all started when I met with my partner, Marco, who is the our tech genie at the moment. We were both programmers, so we both had this development background, and we were both Amazon sellers. I was coming more from the private label direction, and I was starting to do online arbitrage, but I really didn't know what it was. I didn't even actually know the term. So I started doing online arbitrage before I knew what the words meant. And then I met up with Marco and I started to show him some piece of software that I wrote to do online arbitrage. And within about a week, he was armed and dangerous and took over the programming part. And we actually started to do online arbitrage and the software development in parallel. So we started creating it for ourselves. And we developed sort of like Actorio to scratch our own itch. Basically, we started to work with back then the 800-pound gorilla was tactical arbitrage. So we started to use that, and we quickly realized that that was completely useless for the European marketplace. Maybe it was good for the US marketplace, but it was just not good for Europe. And since there wasn't any other tool around that did what we needed to do, which is in Europe for the entire European marketplace, we decided to create our own. So that's the origin story of Actorio.
And that was back when? When did you start that?
This was, dear, this was about 4 years ago.
Okay.
So
2021.
before, no, that's sorry, it was maybe 6 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Right.
was pre-pandemic.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So
Excellent.
yeah,
Yeah.
since we started developing the product and we started to talk to a lot of other people, and people came up to us and said, "Oh, geez, what you're developing, I want that." So we started to do that for a while, and eventually we figured that we are pretty good at writing software. So we sort of like closed our Amazon business. We no longer sell on Amazon anymore. So now we develop, which is, it was an interesting decision because we always thought that we had to sort of like keep in touch with the market and continue selling in order to be able to drive the development of the product. But we soon realized we could do that through our users. So we closed our Amazon shop, and now we're just 100% developing Actorio as software.
Yeah, nice. I think it must have been about 3 years ago when I first started using Actorio, I believe, roughly. And it's definitely gone from strength to strength. And we'll show you guys, what it can do now and how it can be, usable and very good for the UK market as well. So good. So um, shall we jump into showing this software off, Ari? You want to start sharing your
Yes,
screen?
absolutely. Could we do a bit of show of hands? How many people have any experience with Actorio? Like how many none at all? How many? Is there any way to do a survey on Zoom, or just uh,
Or
just
survey, you're asking me now. I'm the most untechy guy of the group,
just in
but
the chat,
Jimmy,
just write in the
yeah,
chat maybe if it's
yeah,
too.
let's get it in the chat. Anyone using Actorio or used it before? No experience. Jimmy has
James, he
used it
has
before.
no experience, none.
Little experience for Dean. So none, none, none. Anyone else? Okay, joined. You
Okay,
signed up last
joined.
night. Yep.
Did the trial, Prit?
Used a free trial a year ago. Okay.
Okay, great. So mostly no experience. Okay, great. So that's fine. I'm just gonna start from the very beginning. Let me see. I am going to share uh, screen, document, window. Okay. So let me make sure that we are right screens. Let me see. Okay, let me do it this way in that case. Sorry, I'm kind of new to
No worries. You can't be newer than
Zoom.
me.
Usually we usually do meets.
Yeah, me too. I like meats. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Does that work?
And yep, we're good. You see that, guys? Yeah. Excellent.
Okay.
I'll keep an
Excellent.
eye on the
Okay.
chat for you, Ari, and any questions I can let you know.
Okay. Okay. Let me just move some distractions, talking about removing distractions. Okay, so this is Actorio. If you've used any search engine, it's built to be as simple as possible. So our idea here was to give you power if you choose to, but not distract you if you're just starting out. And so everything here should be pretty familiar. We There are some advanced filters. I call this the Here Be Dragons section. You know, in the old navigation maps, there used to be these where they knew what was on the maps, they used to put it, and when they didn't know, they put Here Be Dragons. So um, in the beginning, I would highly recommend staying away from it. These are things that are more for advanced users. We can get, if we have some time, we'll get into that. There are some use cases where you actually do want to use advanced filters, and I'll actually give one very interesting use case at the end, especially for the ungating. But for now, we're just going to leave it closed. And these are the filters that I use almost every day. I change it very little. So first of all, exclude multi-packs. Multiplex is something that I specifically don't like very much because obviously a lot of the times it's just going to show false profits, right? So because it's a situation where the provider sells, say, one, and on Amazon it's a pack of 8, so you're going to see like a 1,200% margins. So just completely dirties up the results. So I exclude the multi-packs. And here, I want to be as aggressive as possible, which is to say, as accepting as possible. I want to find the most products that I can possibly find. So I'm going to put the Amazon price, I put 10. The unit profit, I put 3. Now, this is the net unit profit. So after all of the cost to the provider and all of the Amazon fees. And this is very precise. We invested a lot of times as Amazon sellers to make sure that this number is correct. Now, the ROI, I use 20 again. This is aggressive. I want to make sure that I get as many products as possible. And total monthly profit, I put here 100. Total sales per month, I put 8. This is the total sales across all European marketplaces. Since we mostly sell in Europe, this is going to be 8. If you sell in the UK, of course, this will include everything. Okay. Now here on the supplier filter side, I am going to choose the country. Now, typically people choose the country in which they live, in which they operate, in which they do business. So since we're here in the UK, I'm going to do the UK. Obviously, you can cover all of Europe. Here on the supplier types, I have retailers, wholesalers, and then I'll talk later about the other two. And here on the supplier, now you do have the option to select all. Okay. We don't recommend doing that in the regular use case. There are use cases where it's worth it. In the regular use case, we prefer not to select all. You actually get a warning here. Today, we are going to select, again, Argos. Argos is, I'd say, great for software demos, maybe not so great for day-to-day. If you're starting out, that's fine. You will find that the rite of passage is getting blocked by Argos for purchasing. Am I right, or is that not the case anymore?
No,
Um,
we can purchase from Argos. Yeah,
you can
no
purchase
problem.
from.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so Argos, a good example, and I'm just going to do a search. Now, the thing about Actorio is it updates all of the results almost daily for most of the suppliers. So you don't have to worry about, running scans like obviously if you're used to technical arbitrage, which I don't think anybody uses anymore. Yeah.
No, we used to use it many, many years ago. Probably,
Yeah.
yeah, pre-pandemic times, but it's not, you can't use it here really.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
work.
And that's it. And I have results. So what Actorio gives you is a few interesting things that I'd like for you to notice. First of all, the first thing that I look at is the image. So I look at the image on Amazon and the image on Actorio. Now, unfortunately, I can see that there's already a mismatch. So I know that this is not the correct product. But that's good because I can immediately know that I can filter out these results. If I see that this result is not the correct result, I can simply filter it out. Okay, and it's going to disappear. Now, the next thing that I see here is I see that there is a Logitech mouse. This might be an interesting result. Okay, so obviously I see that the product is the same. I see that it's restricted in multiple countries. Now, what Actorio has here is auto ungating, which is basically what it does is it goes into your Seller Central account and requests permission to sell on your behalf. And sometimes if you're lucky, today we are lucky, it changes from restricted to eligible. And this is very, very good because Actorio just saved me a lot of time to know immediately that a product that I didn't think that I would be able to sell, I can immediately sell. Okay. Now, this, of course, would only work if it works on Seller Central. So if you go into Seller Central and you request it over there and you get permission on Seller Central, then it will work on Actorio. But here it saves me all of the clicking. So this is really a time-saving device.
So Ari, did that just actually ungate that in
Yes.
your account, or is it just saying you can?
Yes. No. This is in real time. So this went into my account and ungated Logitech from my account.
Powerful, right? Really powerful and saves so much time.
It's very powerful. Now, I'm not always this lucky. So sometimes I'm going to press ungate and it's going to stay restricted. If that does happen, then what I should do is I need to click here. This will take me into my Amazon account. Okay, here I can request approval. And here it will show me what I need to provide. So here is very simple. I just need an invoice with 10 units. Now, remember, if you're new to Amazon selling, you have to comply with all of these checkboxes, okay? This is obviously optional, right? But you have to make sure that the date is correct, the name and address, and of course, they tell you that they're going to verify the documents. Okay. Now, notice that you need to have a combined purchase of at least 10 units. Okay. So that means it could be one invoice of 10 units or 10 invoices of 1 unit. And here, I also want you to note that the ungating is of the brand type. So this is Logitech G brand. Okay. And any Logitech G brand invoice will do for this ungating. So if I get ungated for Logitech G, I can sell any product from this brand. Okay. Now, what this allows me to do is if my objective is just to get ungated, what I can do is I can do something that's very interesting, which is look for a product to be ungated for. So this, in order to be ungated here, I would have to buy 10 products that cost £84.99 each. And if I want to get ungated and I don't want to risk the fact that for some reason I will get rejected, I'm sure Jimmy can tell you a lot more about ungating. I see that he's quite the expert.
Jimmy used to work in the inside, Ari. He used to work for Amazon up until about 5 weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. He's our insider.
So what I do is I'm going to use a little trick, which is I'm going to actually turn on advanced filters, go into Here Be Dragon section, and just going to copy paste the brand name. And I'm going to do G. Here, I am actually going to select all of the providers. Okay, remove all of the filters over here. And I am going to look for a cheap product to ungate. I don't know what is the cheapest product that Logitech has, but we'll soon discover together. Okay. And I see that there are some cheap Logitech products that I can use to get ungated. Okay. Now, notice what I've done. So I've selected suppliers all. I've put a maximum price. Now, let's see if I can do even better than that. What I'm going to do is I am going to sort by this supplier price. So I'm going to get the cheapest possible product that I can buy from Logitech. And it turns out that Logitech has a product that costs $297. So that makes a lot more sense. I can buy 10 of these units, and worst case, I get stuck with 10 mice. Okay. If there are any questions, please feel free to interrupt me in the middle. Want to make sure that all of this is clear.
Yeah, does that make sense to everybody? Like I was saying, you want to risk as little as possible on this ungating because these days everything is AI but to begin with, and it probably take you 10 times of submitting until you actually speak to a person, or maybe more. It's a crazy world with the ungating right now, and this year's got more difficult than ever. But if you can risk, like in this case, we're risking what, less than £40, for example, whereas before you would have been risking 850. Makes sense, right, guys?
No. Okay, great. So this we found one interesting use for advanced filters. Now, I know most people here are in the UK and sell to the UK. I would like to encourage you guys to at least consider also selling in Europe. It is possible. It takes about half an hour to an hour to make sure that you are set up with cross-border fulfillment. Amazon does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. You don't need to have a VAT number in Europe. And if you do that, you have a whole nother marketplace and you have a lot less competition because many UK-based sellers just don't want to deal with the hassle and they don't realize how easy it is. So now you know, if you do it, you have a whole new marketplace. Will you sell less? Yes, you will sell less. But since Actorio shows you real profit and shows you the real margin for cross-border fulfillment, any profit that you get here is real profit.
Yeah,
So
just to add to that,
Whenever you're going,
say that again.
8, 10 past 6. So
Oh,
you normally go a couple minutes to 6 anyway, don't you?
sorry, guys, can you just mute? Is that okay? That'd be awesome. If you can mute, we're getting a bit of someone's conversation. Yeah, I was just going to add to that. I believe you need to be VAT registered in the UK, Ari, to be able to sell that cross border. I think if you're non-VAT registered, obviously, not to be
yes,
non-VAT
of course.
registered is an option in the UK, where it's not in Europe. You have to be VAT registered. So yeah, if you're VAT registered in the UK, then you have this option to sell cross-border into Europe, and it's very easy because Amazon will just literally remove the VAT from the sale, and they take care of everything else. So yeah, a good option. But we have a few people here actually, Ari, who buy. They sell in UK only, but they buy in the EU.
And do they ship to fulfillment centers in the EU or ship directly to the UK?
UK. So they buy a lot of people will be buying from Amazon, EU, and shipping it directly to the UK, and then selling it, sending it to fulfillment centers in the UK.
So we're talking about A2A flips.
A2A flips. I think some people also buy from other suppliers as well in EU, ship it to the UK, and then ship to the fulfillment center in the UK. Because
Amazing. Yeah.
yeah, it sounds like a long way round, guys, but there's some massive margins. There's some products they don't exist in the UK anymore. There's no supply, and you can find it in the EU stores. And if you're willing to do the extra work that others aren't, it can be really good. So I've got a few questions here. Good method. Yeah, so Clive ships to the UK, right? Right, Clive? From EU stores as well. Yeah. Yeah, much cheaper sometimes from the EU. Exactly. Yeah. Hassan's saying, does Actorio help us also finding suppliers?
Yes. Thank you for that question. So we have, so in terms of suppliers, we have a list. I'm going to turn off advanced filters. Yes, so if you go into Actorio, you can find the list of all of the suppliers in the UK. And of course, if you are buying in the EU, then definitely get on the Pro plan and you can buy in any of these European countries, right? So if I do all and I go into the suppliers, I will see a lot of suppliers, okay? Literally from A to Z. Okay, we have over 700 suppliers. We index 80 million products. So embarrassment of riches.
And we can also request to add suppliers, right, Ari? As long as we do our due diligence, check them out, get an order.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have a doubt, Chen, you can shoot off an email. Right now, it works via email, so you can shoot off an email to suppliers@actorio.com. Let me write that in the chat.
Yeah,
Soon
so
as I
we
find
always
it.
make sure we get a test order done, guys, from a supplier, and make sure it's got either the EAN, the UPC code, on the supplier website. Sometimes they can be hidden. Maybe you can show us where they hide them, actually, Ari.
Yeah, no,
Well,
so don't worry about that actually.
okay.
If you obviously there are certain places that are obviously notoriously don't have one, like say IKEA. But if you're not sure, shoot us off an email and we'll let you know, because as you mentioned, a lot of times the EN is not obvious, but we heavy lifting, just send it to us and we'll let you know.
Okay, nice. Emma's saying, amazing. So if you have a specific product, the EAN, you could search all of those suppliers to find the cheapest supplier across Europe.
Yes, absolutely. And it's right into the interface. So if I go into here, I have the pricing options button. So if I click here, it'll give me all of the suppliers that sell it. So for instance, here I can look for Depau.es, which we used to buy a lot from. It's a pretty reliable supplier, and it's for $375. So, and actually, I don't know if it's cheaper or not. Might be a little bit cheaper. But anyway, yes, all of these will give you all of the options throughout Europe. Just go in here, price options, and find all of the options. So here, there are a lot cheaper options.
And maybe a good time to mention the Chrome extension there as well, Ari, for that.
Yes. So make sure that you have the Chrome extension installed, which means that if I go into Amazon over here, so let me just go into here in the UK. Oops, that was what I meant to do. Yeah, here. I can use the Actorio extension right inside Amazon. So you have it installed and you go into any Amazon page, and you have the Actorio extension installed, you can see right inside Amazon what are your purchasing options.
Yeah, we use that a lot. I mean, that's always on. So, we can see, and we use it also for when we're replenishing, guys. So, you're buying replenishments from suppliers and then they run out. And this Chrome extension, and the button there that Ari just showed you, it will give you, often you'll have a lot of suppliers that match each other. So you're buying something for 19.99, you buy all of their stock in the end, when you're replenishing, and then you've got a list of other stores there where you can buy from. Really cool.
Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, so while we're on the subject of Amazon to Amazon Flips, we have one of our add-ons, one of the options is Amazon Flips. Again, a lot of people are getting into Amazon Flips. A lot of our clients are starting to use that. It's a great opportunity. And just as a reminder, it's legal, moral, and non-fattening. You can perfectly do it. Amazon allows you to do it. The only thing that you have to be careful with is you cannot, if I'm not mistaken, you cannot use Amazon Prime to purchase. So you
Correct.
you can't benefit from Amazon's free shipping if you are going to flip it on Amazon itself. But apart from that, you can absolutely do it. And the way I can tell you, Jimmy, you can jump in and maybe add some more information. But even if you look at the page where you get ungating, so it will tell you, if you want to do just ungating, you'll need 10 products. If you're buying it on Amazon, then you have to buy 50 products, which implicitly says that it's okay to buy on Amazon, to sell on Amazon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
make money at every single step of the way. So no complaints from Amazon there.
Exactly.
And
Why would they complain?
like Jimmy's
It's
saying,
their
be careful with
only,
those EU plugs, right, guys? I
yeah.
laughed there, but
And of course, if it comes from Amazon, it has to be authentic according to Amazon. So they're kind of in a checkmate in that sense as well if someone claims against you.
Oh, yeah. That's a great point.
Right, snuck in.
hey Ash, how's it going? Yeah, and as well, make sure you got to use a separate account, right? Don't use your buying account, or sorry, your selling account to buy products, right? You got to create a separate buying account. Make sure you keep it all nice and separated. Don't be mixing.
Okay, Amazon Flips is perfectly analogous. So I would select a source marketplace. So if I'm in the UK, I could choose the UK. But obviously, if you're saying that you're buying in Europe, you can choose any of the marketplaces. Target marketplaces, choose all because why not? Okay, and the search is exactly analogous. I'm going to put in the target price 10, minimum profit 3, ROI 20. 200, total sales 10. Okay. Categories, I'm going to choose all categories, category size also. By the way, a lot of people, especially if you've come from private label, tend to look for small and standard. There is no reason. I mean, here you're probably not going to find products that you want to sell because you're talking about refrigerators and washing machines. So if you really want to, you can remove these two, maybe even this one, but all the rest is fine to leave in. And if you to be honest, if you touch nothing, you're also going to be fine because you can always because for instance there's bulky products like say printers that are extremely profitable and they are big and heavy.
Ari, we've got Daniel asking, are all the suppliers verified suppliers?
So we don't guarantee any specific suppliers, but when we get complaints about the suppliers, we have removed suppliers in the past.
Yeah.
Right. So if somebody says, these guys are just, shysters, which happened once or twice, then we have removed them from our catalog.
Yeah. And Daniel's also asking, do you register it with your company name? What do you mean by that, Daniel?
That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Brilliant. Yeah, if you could mute, please, Tahir, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Yeah. So what do you mean by that, Daniel? Register with your company name. I'll register as
I'm
non-business.
talking about Amazon. Jimmy answered me already in the comment.
Oh, okay. He's got it. Yeah. Got you. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Excellent. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. Exactly. Brilliant. Okay. What we got next, Ari?
I'm afraid I did not get that reference.
Oh, there's a thing going on TikTok as well. It's an ad, right, guys, in the UK. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. Save 50 quid or something for a family of 4. I don't know. And it's on so many different videos now, all over the place.
Excellent.
Yeah. English humor.
The best kind of humor.
Of course.
I'm going to show my age here, but I grew up on Monty Python humor. So
Yeah, God. Back in what, the 80s, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Excellent.
excellent. And Blackadder.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So open to some questions. If not, I have. There's a few more things. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Get some questions in the chat there, guys. Or if you want to come on the mic, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I think most people will be, if they're doing Amazon Flips EU, obviously they do UK to UK potentially, but obviously we need a price drop on there. But this would be great for the EU. For example, a lot of people sourcing Germany, Ari, obviously a massive market. So they would source market Germany, target market UK potentially.
Yeah, definitely. And it's the biggest supplier on the planet, so why not use it?
Yes.
I've got a question.
Yes.
With the EAN search, which just says, and it brings up the suppliers, is there a bulk upload option on that?
Yes, absolutely. So first of all, you can copy paste. So if you have an EN list over here, you can copy paste. I don't know what the limit is, 80 or 100. Above that, you can actually import a catalog. So if you have a supplier, or if you have a source, or if you used open any AI to get your, so you can just import a catalog. That is an add-on. Okay. And the import catalog basically allows you to upload a CSV or Excel file, and then it'll just, it'll go through and it'll takes about 2 hours to scan all of the EN codes and give you results right over here. And then it will appear here as uploaded. Okay, and here are all my uploaded suppliers. I don't know if this is updated. This might be quite
And that's
out
a
of
good
date.
point. You can actually filter wholesalers there as well, and retailers. What Ari just did there. You can just look for
Yes.
wholesalers if you want to.
By the way, I highly recommend using both, because using retailers and wholesalers gives you, because what happens with retailers is actually a lot of times you get a better margins than wholesalers, but they're inconsistent. Right? Because what happens is, Argos has a clearance, they get rid of a boatload of stuff. The prices aren't updated on Amazon, so you can clear out Argos and sell it all on Amazon. So that's where retailers come in. Wholesalers, you'll have thinner margins, but they're going to be more consistent. So you're going to have evergreen products, which are products that you purchase again and again and again, and you can keep on selling again and again and again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's one supplier there called, is it Idelio or Idelio? Which
yeah, Idealo.
Idelio. Yeah. So we don't actually buy from them, but what we do, guys, is we use it to find other suppliers. It's like a marketplace, right, Ari? Kind of like,
Yeah.
I suppose, Cogita. Is it a kind of Cogita thing? They've got a lot of other suppliers on there.
Yes.
But we check that, and we'll look for products, and we'll find the suppliers and then go direct to the suppliers.
Yes, that's because of course we yeah, so that's a two-step process, what you're talking about. So here it will show up as Idealo. Once I click on on Idealo, it'll bring me to their website, and then I will see the options where it's sold at. So here I can see that, for instance, this is an Amazon product, okay, which also can happen, or on eBay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of places actually in Europe. There'll be marketplaces as well, like Carrefour even as well. Another option in Spain and France. They have other sellers on there as well. So sometimes you can find sellers, the actual supplier on those sites. And it's ideal to go directly to the suppliers, obviously.
No pun intended.
Yes. Yeah, what are your thoughts on, do you have Cogito on here as well, Ari?
Yes.
See, we've got kind of mixed ideas. We hear so many horror stories from Cogita.
Yeah.
That people can't get invoices because obviously that's a kind of middleman. They've got all these wholesalers there. So I don't know, does anyone here use Cogito and have success in terms of submitting invoices to Amazon? Please let us know.
I can
That'd be
tell you
good.
from our personal experience that we have a lot of clients that have bought on Cogita and had good experiences. But yeah, Cogita is a marketplace, so your mileage may vary.
Yeah, so Clive uses Cogito, but not for Ungates. So yeah, don't request the invoice. The challenge is obviously, Clive, like if Amazon do request the invoice and it doesn't, like for, counterfeit or something like that, then yeah, then you could be in trouble. Received
Talk to
invoice.
Cogita. I found specifically because we actually we have a good relationship with Cogita, so they do have customer service, so they actually do answer. And so if you have problems with an invoice or stuff like that, make sure that you get in contact with their customer service.
I think we should reach out to them directly, Ash and Jimmy and Russ,
Yeah.
if you're here. Oh, we should get them on. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
talk
be
to them.
good.
They're good guys.
Mm.
And the nice thing about Cogita is they have no problem with Amazon sellers. They're very, very
Yes.
happy if you sell on Amazon.
Right. Clive's saying they've improved their invoices. Okay, excellent. Yeah, so we'll have to speak to them, reach out. What about the reverse search, Ari?
Yes. Okay. So reverse search is a lot of people use it for discovery. So I wouldn't use it day to day, but if you're looking for, say, just get inspired and figure out what's out there and what my competition is doing, we used to call it, spy mode. So basically what I can do, I can just copy paste a list of ASINs, but what I prefer to do is I take another Amazon seller storefront, and what it does is it scans the storefront of any seller. So all you need is, the seller ID, which you can find on Amazon, obviously, and you put in question mark seller equals seller ID. And you, for instance, this seller has over 60,000 products, and I can import them. Okay. And what it does, obviously, it's going to take a while, 60,000 products.
And so what we also use this for on a weekly basis, we'll take
Mm-hmm.
all of our ASINs that we've ever sold before that were out of stock,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll run it through the ones that we can't buy anymore on replenishments, because it will ping up at least a few every single week that were out of stock, guys. You can get
Clever.
all of that, off of your STK, or if you've already saved it in your Google Sheet, just pull up your whole list and put it in there weekly. Because they're good products, you just got to make sure that they still, still profitable.
Okay, so here, what it shows me is same thing that Actorio shows me, which is all of the places where we can purchase these products.
Is anyone getting the feeling that this could be pretty powerful in our Amazon business? Just let us know in the chat. Yeah, honestly, guys, this is responsible. I checked today, the update today. This is responsible for 54% of our revenue. 54%. And our revenue in the last 12 months is 1,470,000. So you do the maths.
Sorry, 54% of what? So
Of our
what
revenue
is?
Actorio is responsible for 54% of our revenue, Ari. in the last 12 months. That's almost 1.5 million. And we
I'm a
know
bit
that
disappointed
because
it's not 100%, but okay.
every SKU we have, every product we buy, it has a it has a SKU that is it has the who bought it, so the VA that bought it. It has the ASIN, it has the store that we bought it originally, and then it will have the sourcing method. So if it is manual sourcing, or if we use SellerAmp SaaS manual, it's Actorio. It's Actorio A2A. It's all got that key in there, so then we can see, like we can see how much a VA is making, sales, profit, break it down completely, and then we can also see what software, where is the bank, like where's the bang for our buck, right? Because we need to check this in our Amazon businesses, because we can buy software. We stack up all these softwares, and if we don't know which one is making the most and how, if one may be even potentially losing, right? We spend so much, and we're not making enough money. We've got to know this. So yeah, this is on from April to, we only just started doing it in April with the SKU, but from April to now, yeah, Actorio 54% of our revenue. So yes.
Excellent.
Okay, what questions we got? Yeah, so everyone's loving it. Yes. Absolutely. Definitely am. It's got so many incredible functions. It's brilliant. Saves a lot of time. Might need to restart my subscription soon, Jimmy's saying. What's the subs? You mean what's the cost, Daniel? I think you mean subscriptions. Yeah.
Subscriptions. Okay, great. So let's take a look at some of the pricing options. And I'll explain because that's sometimes confusing. So what I would recommend for most people starting out is the Essential. If you're just starting out, Starter is good if you're really strapped for cash, or if you don't have a full-time, if Amazon selling is not your full-time job and you're just starting to play around, you can get away with the starter plan. Basically, the starter plan is everything that you see here minus, so you won't get all of the Amazon filters. So this, you won't get access to this, which to my mind is not a big disadvantage, because most of these filters here, if we hide them, but we use decent filters for you, so that shouldn't bother you. The only big disadvantage is you won't get wholesalers. So if you want wholesalers, you will need to be at least in the Essential plan. And then if you want the Amazon to Amazon flip and the file upload, those are add-ons. Okay, so I would say if you're starting out, but it's your full-time job, go for the Essential. Now, if you are purchasing in Europe and the UK, you'll need the Pro plan. But then, you're purchasing in the UK, you're purchasing in Europe, then it definitely pays off to do that.
Guys, can you just mute, please? Alessandro, if you could mute, please, that would be amazing. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, so people have often said to me that Actorio is expensive, and for me, my answer is I literally tell them our numbers, and you know what is expensive to someone else is not expensive to me, vice versa. The thing is, this is investment. Obviously, if you're only selling 10 products a month, you're not going to be able to invest in the Pro plan. But for us, we have the Enterprise, which is the most expensive. But then we have multiple people that are using this. We have a team. So it costs us about 4,000 euros a year. But then, like I just told you, out of the revenue that we make, this is making us. It's responsible for making us over 100,000 in revenue. So we spend 4, we get back 100 plus. So for me, it's a good deal. As simple as that. And that's why I'll show you in a bit once Ari stops sharing, like the chart of the software that we use, the sourcing methods that we use. And I can share it right now for you. I've got it here. So this is up to date. Where's my share? Share. Yeah, can you see that, guys? I'll move that out of the way. This pie chart, actually, it's a bit big. Can you see that okay? Let me know. So this is literally 54%, yeah, is Actorio, okay? Retail arbitrage, still a big chunk of my business. You've seen my road trips if you follow me on TikTok. It's still a chunk. At least I'm doing my bit, right, for the team. A quarter of the business there, basically. This is SellerAmp SaaS. This is manual sourcing, effectively. This is like people knock manual sourcing, right? They yeah, it's too difficult. Well, this is literally going to a store on Argos, going to their offers, and then opening up the products and opening up SellerAmp SaaS, right? 15%. This is what we tested, RB I'm not knocking RB. That's obviously a competitor of Ari's. Some of these guys in the room use RB. But Actorio does it all for us. And literally, you know, we've only tested RB since February, and we stopped using it last month because it's not giving us the bang for the buck, like I spoke about. So not knocking the software at all because it's very good. But Actorio does it and more. Obviously, it does it for Europe as well. And this is another piece of kit that we use as well. So does that make sense, guys? Like, I'm not saying you have to, you know, go on the pro plan, but you have to look at your business always in terms of what am I going to get in return? Not what's it going to cost me. That is a poor person's mindset. What is that going to cost me? It's too expensive. But you need to be thinking, what am I going to get for my investment? Okay, guys, that all makes sense. Give me a yes or a thumbs up if it does. Yes, yes, Jimmy.
I
So
always, when people say that it's expensive, I always ask, how much do you value an hour of your time?
mm,
So I think if anything can save you, uh, 1 hour of your time, you should at least, if you're not valuing your time at least £50 an hour, then you shouldn't be in the entrepreneurship business, right? Just get a job, right? And I believe that Actorio has a potential to save you, depending on how big your business is, dozens, if not hundreds of hours a month.
yes, yeah, absolutely. So we've got a few questions. Is there a special promo code? You can use our link, Gavin. So there's this link which gets you a great deal. And were we going to be able to do something special for our members here tonight, Ari?
Yes. So we spoke about this before, and we decided if what we'd like to do is if you can post on social media and tag us and show that you've sold something on Actorio. Obviously, this is an honor system. Then you will get an extra month. So with the promo code, you get 50% for 1 month. And with showing us that you've sold a product on anywhere on social media, so TikTok, Instagram, MySpace, whatever, tag us, and you'll get an extra month 50% off, which is to say that this would probably be a good month to experiment with some of the add-ons. So whatever subscription you have, if you do the Amazon to Amazon flips, if you do file upload, if you go for the pro plan, so it's going to be 50% on whatever current plan you're on.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, and this option will be available for limited time. I think, what did we discuss, Ricky?
Yeah, so if you guys, this is going to be off. I think actually, Ari, you said you'd add something else as well. Actually, I'm going to push you on that one. You actually said even an extended month as well if they did a video testimonial for you as
Video
well.
testimonial, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So
Fair enough.
potentially
Yeah.
you guys see, I got Ari on that one. Potentially you guys will get 3 months half price there. And but you'd have to do those two things. You go for our link, you get the 1 month half price. You can post on social media, obviously just let Actorio know and show them evidence that you posted. And then you get another month. And then you could do a video testimonial and get another month half price, guys. There's 3 months half price. Obviously, you got to give to get, right? So yeah, but make sure you go for our link there. So what else we got? Other questions? But yeah, by Sunday, guys, you got to sign up for this. You're not going to have forever. You got till Sunday, and you can have the opportunity to have those extras. Okay, so Then
I see
someone's
Clive
asking,
has a question here. Can
Yep.
I search EU suppliers that ship to the UK on the essential plan to start with? So you can choose any base marketplace. So you can choose, you don't have to choose the UK, right? So you can choose, say, Germany or Spain. But on the essential plan, you will be limited to purchasing on one marketplace. So selling, you could sell all over Europe on all of the plans, including beginning from the starter plan. But in terms of where we limit you is on the purchasing. So you will decide where your place of business, what country your place of business is. And on the essential plan, you'll get that country, either Spain or Germany. Actually, Germany comes with a whole package of Central European countries. So Poland, Hungary, and a lot of other countries. If you want to purchase in multiple countries, then you'll have to go for the Pro plan.
yeah. So Kev's asking, what's the main difference between Arby source and this? Would you know that, Ari? Or do you like me
Ricky,
to
I'll
chip in?
let you answer that. You're more qualified.
Yeah. So for me, obviously, you've got Arby source is only for the UK, right, guys? So you cannot source cross border. So that is the major thing. Jimmy is a pro on Arby source actually. Arby source has some functions that maybe Actorio doesn't, but for us, like I said, it's my whole team have settled on Actorio, and they've had the benefit of using both of these pieces of software for the past 7-8 months. So, and all of them voted for Actorio. Jimmy, we have everything you need to learn. Oh, I need to learn a lot more selling on Amazon. Yeah, actually, Tahir, yeah, definitely join up with the Navigators. So you didn't actually join through the Navigators potentially for tonight, but can we put a link in there, Jimmy, as well? Our link for the Navigators, that would be good. So I just wanted to get this out to as many people as possible because this is a powerful piece of kit that I believe everyone should be trying this out, testing it out in your Amazon business. But yeah, we'll get the link in there for you, Tahir, and anyone else who wants to try out, sign up to the Navigators. We do these lives at least 3, if not 4 times per week. Gavin just subscribed. Nice one, Gavin. To Actorio, is that Gavin? Nice. Well done.
Right.
Good. Yeah. So
The
what?
trial subscription is by the way, is there's no cap, right? It's not it's not handicapped in any way. So you have access to all of the features for 14 days.
Excellent. Emma's just signing up. Nice. Tamara, Mr. Beginning. Hey, Tamara. This is being recorded tomorrow. Yep. We'll give you access to this in the Navigators, of course. And Jimmy's just posted our premium membership there, guys. So everything you need. There's 3 courses in there for you. We take care of you. And we do the lives every single week. You've got the community as well. So yeah, definitely. There's a lot of BS in this space, guys. I don't know if you've noticed it. I'm sure you have on some of the social media. And it's literally why we created the FBA Navigators, because we want somewhere where people can come and be in a genuine place with genuine people. No one, flashing off their Lamborghinis. Ari's left his parked in the garage tonight. So yeah, it's about helping people. We're all in the space at different levels, different stages, but it's about reaching back because it's all good making money, but it's even better when you can reach back and pull someone out with you. So that's literally why we're here. Awesome. Any more questions there, guys? Kev is saying Navs is brilliant. Can't fault it. Amazing. Thanks, Kev. Yeah, definitely check out that link there, guys, for the Navigators. Any more questions, guys? We're like bang on time here. That's amazing. I'll just put the link of Actorio there again, in case any of you want it. Save that for later. So amazing turnout, everybody. I think we had 27 people on there at one point. All you lovely people. Great. So if there's no more questions, guys, we'll wrap up. Does anyone want to come on the mic and ask a question? Ricky running a 6-week course on Actorio. Okay, right. Write that one down. Rachel, Ash, yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, my friend. It sounds good. Yeah, great session. Thanks, Aldo. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Kev. You like to put me on the spot, don't you, Ash? Yeah.
I've got to put you on the spot, mate.
Someone's got to, eh? Good. Okay, Ari, look, really appreciate you coming on, Ari, and giving us a run through. And hopefully you all found some benefit from that.
Absolutely.
And,
Thank you very much.
if you got any questions, reach out to us. Or how can they reach out to you, Ari?
So you can always reach out on to us through WhatsApp. We also run bi-weekly support meetings, so you can sign up on Actorio. Just as long as you have an active subscription, you can contact us. We are always available via email, via WhatsApp, and via Meet twice a week. So go on the calendar and you can schedule a small group meeting with us.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much, everybody. Really appreciate you all coming on. And thanks, Ari. And I'll see you all later. So, excellent. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Hey guys, what did you think about Actorio then? So it's a pretty amazing piece of kit. It makes us a ton of money in our business in the UK and in Europe. So make sure you check out the link down below if you want that special offer that Ari was talking about and follow those steps to do that. If you also want to find out about the FBA Navigators, there's a link down below so you can get a special offer from us as well. So make sure you jump on that whilst it is still a low price. If you've got any questions, make sure you leave them down in the comments and we will see you in the next video.